Mushihimesama. Hello and welcome to Fitaurus Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Fitaurus. Welcome to Shoot 'em Up Saturday. On the menu this Saturday, we've got the recently released on Steam, Mushihime-sama from Cave. So Mushihime-sama originally came out in Japanese arcades back in 2004 and would later go and receive ports to the PlayStation 2 and then an HD remake for the Xbox 360 in 2012. And we finally go and get it digitally on Steam here in 2015. It's definitely a well-known bullet hell shoot 'em up, so what kind of taste will this bullet hell go and have? Let's get cooking and find out.
Mushihime-sama. Alright, so here we are at the title screen for Mushihime-sama. We're going to go ahead and jump into the menu. So, looks like there's two options of play. There's the play and the score attack, and as well as like several different game modes to be able to go and choose from. There's novice, normal, arrange, and version 1.5. So, I believe the differences between the versions, arrange and 1.5, are that it goes and changes around some of the patterns, but truth be told, I'm not 100% certain on what the differences really are. I guess that's my bad for not going and having more information going into this, so my apologies on that, but there are like it does look like there is quite a bit of game here to go and be had. So you've also got leaderboards, there's a training mode, replay data, and then we've got options. So we've got the general screen, which actually doesn't present a whole lot of options. You have the ability to go and change between 16:9 aspect ratio or 4:3 aspect ratio, but that's really about it. And you can go and set it full screen or windowed. It doesn't actually let you go and set the resolution yourself, which is disappointing. You can also rotate the screen, sync game screen with controller position. I'm not even sure how that would work. You can also go and turn on score detail. You can go and turn on your player score there, or the high score status there. I'm just going to go ahead and leave those off. I'm assuming it'll be okay. You can go and have the input window, so you can get yourself that nice arcadey feel, going and having your input displayed there. Extra window, so you can go and like have these nice borders for those. Then you've got like the controller option. It goes and gives you your controls like fully mappable, which is definitely nice. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it on the default. Hopefully it'll work for me. Keyboard and sound. Alright, so this is going to go and be a blind run for me. This is the first time I'm actually going and firing up the game. And despite going and at least being familiar with the title from name and repute, I actually haven't gone and played Mushihime-sama myself, so this is like my first run. So we'll go ahead and just go with normal, as I'm not sure what the difference between the arrange and the 1.5 even is. Now loading. This game is for use on Earth and by Earthlings only. Cells. Oh, I missed it. Okay. So it looks like we're loaded up into the game itself. We have a second set of options, which looks like just about the same thing. Okay. So what can we go and do here? So that's still the same. So it looks like we can go and make some adjustments to where our screen is at. But for right now, I think I would just leave everything set to default. Game config, ship. Where this is my first playthrough, I'm going to go and be generous to myself and go with that. A little bit of a cop-out, I know, but still. Let's go ahead and explore the game for ourselves, shall we? Okay, one player start. Let's get cooking. So we've got 3 modes here. It looks like Ultra is available from the get-go. This one is supposed to go and be insanely difficult. Extreme difficulty, play at your own risk. Manic. It's evade thousands of bullets while earning massive score bonuses. Or original, a basic mode with less bullets. Sounds good to me. Then we get to select our shot. 3 different sets of power, M, W, or S. I'm liking the way that M goes and looks for a couple different reasons. A, green is my favorite color, and B, it's mostly straight shot with a little bit of spread to it, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Okay, so there are primarily just a shot button and a bomb button. Your shot goes and... Wow, that was quick. That's the bomb. Wonder how many of those I even have to use. So there's both a shot and a full auto shot. So the shot is bound to B, or sorry, A, and the full auto is... Oh, I thought that was an enemy. It looks like it's a shot power-up. We'll go ahead and try a different weapon. So right now I'm going using the full auto shot, but like if you go and hold down the main button, they look pretty similar. So basic story is you're going and playing the princess, let's see, Reiko, who's trying to go and save her village, the like last human village basically on Earth, from the wrath of the basically bug god, because she was supposed to go and be a sacrifice and her village didn't go and turn her over. So the village got poisoned by the bugs, miasma, and now she's trying to go and parlay with the king of the Koju, basically the bug god. So it's definitely a title that is different from a lot of shoot 'em ups in that it's got a very natural setting to it. Rather than, you know, going with more of a sci-fi setting, although I guess the setting itself is plenty sci-fi, just not militaristic. So, I don't know if I'm... Wow, it was just my bad there. I don't know if I'm at the boss? Sub-boss? It definitely has multiple phases anyway. Okay, so when we use a bomb, it does go and clear the bullets on the stage. That's good to know. And... I guess that's it for stage 1? So, one thing to definitely go and note, the soundtrack is one of the things that's quite notable about the title, and like from so far from the track in the menu screen as well as what we've gone and heard so far, it's definitely a fun little soundtrack, as well as the graphics for the game are very bright and vibrant, and I'm terrible at dodging. So I'm assuming I'm going and picking up power-ups for, like, options. And I wonder if there's any way I can change my formation with how they're firing around me. It does appear that I can. First continue. Let's at least go and get through the second stage. Wow. After going and continuing, I went and got a max power-up, so I could live with this. Let's try and go with a different shot power-up, though. So that's the red one. Let's go with blue, if we can get it. It cost us a life, but... So that was too bad. So I'm definitely having a hard enough time going and like dodging all these bullets that are coming at me, even in like the easiest of easy modes. I wonder how insane this would go and be on the ultra difficulty with the actual base difficulty turned up. So here we are at the boss of stage 2, this like flying red guy. We'll see if we can get some bombs in there, do some heavy damage. I believe bombs do go and reset score multiplier though, so if you're going looking for high score, you kind of want to avoid using those. We should probably actually save them for when they might save our life. Halfway. And... oh, so bad. So I'm assuming the cutscenes that we're going and seeing, or rather the images we're seeing before or between stages, have to go and do with the game story. I wish they would kind of go and actually give you a little bit of story with that, but oh well. The presentation is definitely nice, and like I mentioned, the art is definitely very colorful and pretty with this title. It's definitely something that they were shooting for with this one, I believe, was to go and be colorful and vibrant, and it goes and draws a lot of inspiration from Miyazaki's Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. A very influential piece of anime filmmaking. So far, I'm definitely going in like digging this one. It's one that, at least at this difficulty, the bullet patterns are easy enough to go and figure out. And apparently, you know, if you're going playing it on harder difficulties, it can go and take forever to go and master. But there's a certain satisfaction in going and obtaining that mastery. That was my bad there. So, this is Mushihime-sama. I can't go and stress enough that I'm so happy they went with that title for the Steam release rather than going with the Bug Princess translation that they did go and use for the iOS ports of Mushihime-sama. So, that being the case, I want to thank you so much for coming out and joining me today for my Shoot 'em Up Saturday. If you're interested in this one, I definitely would go and recommend giving it a try, giving your support to Cave in their endeavors to go and bring their titles to Steam. I would love to go and see more Cave shoot 'em ups go and hit Steam, so I highly encourage anybody that finds this type of game to be of interest to them to go out and pick it up. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for coming out and joining me today for Shoot 'em Up Saturday. As always, if there's other shoot 'em ups that you would like me to go and feature on the show, or other games that I should go and play on my channel, by all means, please leave those in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for coming out and joining me today, and I look forward to going and seeing you again next week.